Thus, let us rejoice the glory of grape and live for it, love each other, and with love comes grape. This is absolute cinema. Alright, before we get into the video, I just want to give a trigger warning. Incels are kind of crazy. They go off the wall, so they say some crazy things. Of course, we're going to be discussing those things in this video. Other than that, if it's your first time here, please like and subscribe. Really helps me out a lot. It'd be really much appreciated. As far as the background footage, all I'm doing is getting some materials, and then I'm going to start building my house, and then, continue to build on to this new Java world. Never played Java before. Other than that, let's just get straight into the video. Grape is the purest form of love. Grape is the purest form of love. To successfully grape someone to corroborate the inner deep affection you hold for that individual. Grape may ostensibly look putrid and egregious, but on the contrary, it holds sacred values of devotion that are unmatched. Marriage or similar bonds could only represent an illusionary plateau when compared to graping. The grapists have deep attraction and suppressed thoughts towards the graped one. Inversely, so, a graped one will always remember the experience, compared to conventional and formal, in quotations, relationships between a male and female, in which the participants would most likely forget the experience the moment they find a new partner. This false reference, our egos, reserved for conventional human relationships, can only be interpreted as merely a cursed imitation, inimitable act of graping, erroneous fallacy that should never exist. Thus, let us rejoice the glory of grape and live for it, love each other, and with love comes grape. This is absolute cinema. I don't understand posts like this. It's gotta be rage bait. Cause I don't know. It's a 50-50, obviously. Cause sometimes you find on the internet, I don't know what it is with weirdos on the internet, neckbeard things, fedora type things, what it is for these people to get up and just talk in some Shakespearean or use big, sophisticated words and act like they are like God's gift to earth by the way they speak and the ideas they have in their head, that they feel the need to share it. I don't know what it is. Because again, it's always kind of weird when somebody just walks up and says things like, it's an erroneous fallacy. It's an illusionary plateau. It's egregious, putrid. Like saying words like that, like trying to sound smarter than what you are. It's weird. Especially that you're trying to sound smart when talking about assaulting people. And how it's poetic in your mind that the person, the victim in that situation, will never forget it. Unlike any other situation. And the sad part is, you're right, they probably would never forget it because it's a traumatic experience. But you finding beauty in that, saying it's love, saying it's a good thing, saying it's better than conventional or formal relationships between a male and a female, someone needs to find this, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, the FBI has you on a watch list without a shadow of a doubt. This is some nut shit. Grape is the purest form of love. I wrote that out with confidence. Again, even if it's rage bait, the fact that you concocted this idea in your mind and said, yeah, I'm gonna write this out, I'm gonna post it, and let's throw it into the ether. Some insane stuff. Some absolutely insane stuff. Next story. The next post, and it's a long one, so bear with me. So someone sent a girl a message, says, hello, I see all over incel tears everywhere, so I wanted to ask for advice to stop being an incel. Here's my story. How do you stop being an incel and initiate damage control? I want to know the most logical, fastest acting ways to acquire schmecks in romance. For the remainder of this text, I will focus on schmecks, but I think it's important that I now say that romance is very important to me as well. I've been an incel since I hit puberty, and it has ruined my life and self-worth. I need to acquire schmecks, yet I have not once done so. Moreover, I developed severe mental issues from not attaining schmecks. Severe depression, depersonalization, derealization, and severe social anxiety are the prices I pay for involuntary celibacy. I have these issues only because of a lack of schmecks. I do not care about any other aspect of my life to this extent, and I was very happy and content with my life until reality, biology, and my brain chemistry forced me to be enslaved by this desire. Furthermore, social skills and personality, in quotations, are not the main cause, because my personality was funny and boisterous until I was hit with an array of mental issues, which was a result of a lack of schmecks, not anything else. The misery and agony from not achieving schmecks is nearly impossible to endure. Hence, obviously, the cause and effect doesn't support the personality cope. I do not have any neurodivergencies, such as ADHD, autism, and OCD. I'm neurotypical. My lack of schmex can only be attributed to my face and my very skinny body, and in some ways my introversion, which is a direct result of my lack of schmex, because I was extroverted prior to becoming devastated from not acquiring schmex. I have been going to the gym for 7 years, and I'm still extremely underweight, sitting at an astonishingly low 130 pounds at 6'1". In regard to a self-deletion proposal that many nutjobs like to propose to incels, here is what I have to say. The hatred and anger of a plethora of incels is directed towards others, so mass murder is an extremely prohibitable circumstance. I will not grape a woman because I could end up feeling guilty or in prison. That is not a smart or respectable solution, but killing is. Carry on. Adding on, just picture myself with an escort is detestable because of the risks regarding schmexual diseases. The idea that she has been penetrated by many other men and does not care about me, and the fact that she's not actually attracted to me because of all the damage done to my psyche as a direct effect from my lack of schmex. The damage could be too severe and unfixable, yet even so, I intend to try. I need some advice to fix this. I also want to clarify one more time a specific point, even though I have said it many times, because many normies misinterpret and categorize this issue. A lack of schmex is the only reason I developed a myriad of mental issues. My life was okay in other regard. I hope I don't turn out like ER. Let's just pause right there. This man said he's been an incel since he hit puberty. I would say, at least for me, puberty probably hit around 11, 12, 13, that area. Or just from 11 moving on. 12 moving on is puberty. So you were saying at 12 years old, because of your lack of schmex, you were an incel. Hate to break it to you, the overwhelming majority of 12-year-olds are not having schmex. It's not going to change. It doesn't make you an incel for being single. But I'm gonna not blow the load right now. I'm gonna read the response from the young woman. Nah, you're not a circular argument here. I'm single because I'm single is not a winning approach. You so obviously think it is. You send me a request for help, which is actually just a self-pity rant repaired with a request for how to get schmex while remaining the same exhausting asshole that's ruined every interaction with women you've ever had. You have a mass murderer as your profile picture. You have a apparent hatred of paragraph breaks, and at no point do you take any personal responsibility. I know you find the idea of paying for schmex detestable, but let's face it, if you want schmex, this is your option. It's not truly encouraging. I'm not truly encouraging this option, mainly for the sake of the woman, just laying out the facts. I'm not even pro schmex worker specifically, but you're not willing to be the kind of guy a woman would just want to be with. And I can only surmise that you're likely to be selfish in bed as you are for the rest of your life. This way, the woman at least has money. Who cares about respectability? You're not respectable, literally. You are not someone for whom anyone can have respect. The woman would be asking to hire are more worthy of respect. You want romance? You want a real relationship? Mentally grab yourself by the shirt collar and shake. Instead of asking why the world is so unfair to poor, blameless you, ask yourself why you're allowed yourself to waste so many years, countless opportunities, being a stupid, selfish, pointless twit. Is that a slur? Carry on. You want to stop being an incel. Reject the ideologies that make you one. There's no shame in being single. There's no shame in struggling. There is a great shame in viewing the world in the way that you do. Is that last sentence meant to threaten me into helping you? LOL. I'm not going to do anything because of it, but report you and think even less of you than I did at the start of your ridiculous message. You are nothing because you deserve nothing. If you're so pathetic, entitled, and weak that you actually believe you would turn into a mass murderer because of your singleness, then you are fundamentally unworthy of romantic love, and you need to essentially become a different person entirely. Your idol was a worthless, spoiled pissant who died crying over the person who was least deserving of his tears, himself. To clarify, when I say I mean to report you, I don't just mean Reddit. You want to be taken seriously, especially by women, right? Well, I intend to. So I'm assuming she took it to the higher authorities. I don't know. But that's the end of her response. And let's just break it down. So this guy's profile picture, I remember this story from a long time ago. I don't know the exact details of anything. I'm assuming his initials are ER, but I remember the video of a dude like crying in his car and him, doing a mass pew pew. But from there, that's his profile picture, that guy. And again, like she said, there's nothing wrong with being single. There's no shame in being single. But you putting a title, that's the thing with incels. You putting a title and making your whole identity based on an action that you feel like is going to change everything has never made sense to me. I get that you want something. There's things that I want. I want a F80 M3 so bad. Does that mean I'm a worthless, broke piece of garbage because I don't have this nice, expensive car? No, I just don't have the car. That is what it is. For another example that I've made in past videos, if somebody doesn't have kids, they don't just go around saying, I'm childless. They just don't have kids. Just because you don't have something doesn't mean you need to put a title on it. It's okay. Because incel just means involuntary celibate. It's okay that you're not getting cheeks, bro. It is okay. It is okay. I don't think he said how old he is, but the fact that he's 136'1". So another thing, you've been going to the gym for 7 years. You're 6'1", so you're a tall dude. So genetically speaking, by all of you guys' logic, you hit the genetic lottery. You're a tall guy, but you're 130 pounds. You've been going to the gym consistently for 7 years and you're still 130. So obviously you're not eating enough. Obviously you're not doing enough, or maybe it's something, I don't know. You have to figure that out. These are things you have to figure out. You going to a random woman on the internet and being like, help me, I'm this way because of this way. Saying you have all these mental issues, all these self-entitled, like self-diagnosed issues because you're not sleeping with people. All the problems in your life are because you're not sleeping with people. That is what you genuinely believe. And you believe, so you don't believe in raping people. You don't believe in getting an escort to achieve what you want, but you believe in taking innocent lives. Explain that to me. Like she said, you don't deserve anything. Nobody on this earth deserves anything. You have to earn things. You have to earn love. You have to earn romance. You have to earn smacks. You just sitting here and complaining and whining and throwing yourself in a box and acting like, woe is me, the world is against me, the world is this. Again, by your logic, you're 6'1". You should be slanging it, bro. By the incel logic, you hit the genetic lottery. But because of your skinny frame, because of your social skills, because of the lack of smecks, life just sucks. It doesn't work out for you. And again, you blame every single body but yourself. And I want to say it one more time. For anyone that's on the boat or, going down that path, or anybody just young in general, if you are young, so whatever you categorize as young, it is okay that you're single. There is nothing wrong with being single. This woman hit the nail on the head. There is nothing wrong with not getting cheeks. You don't need to put it in a title and make it your identity and make it your personality that you lack something. And you don't need to blame all the issues in your life on your lack of that something. I know as humans it's easy because we just put ourselves in boxes. Oh, that person's this way, that person's that way. But when it comes to this, it's completely normal to not be sleeping with people. The overwhelming majority of people are not sleeping with people. It's okay. That doesn't make them less than. It doesn't make you less than. It doesn't make you a weirdo. All these ideologies you built on top of that identity are what make you a weirdo, or what make you an outcast, or what make you undesirable and unworthy of love. You need help. It's plain and simple. I feel bad for these people because they genuinely think that this will be the end all be all to fix all their problems in their life, when literally it's just a mental illness. Your profile picture is a killer. And that's okay with you. You think that's cool, and you wonder why you can't get women. You idolize a person that took people's lives because he can't get cheeks, and you're wondering why. I don't know why I can't get any women. I used to be so boisterous and bubbly, but now I can't get anybody. I wonder why. They blame everyone but themselves. You put yourself in this box, and now you want us to help you out of it. So just like you put yourself in that box, fix your issues. Like she said, grab your shirt collar and pull yourself out. Pull your bootstraps up. Do what you have to do to achieve what you want. Paying for it might be the move for you. You desperately want it. At least both people are walking away with something. You develop severe mental issues, severe depression, depersonalization, derealization, social anxiety, and only because your lack of smecks. So at 12 years old, it just clicked in your head and you're like, I'm not getting any play. I'm a loser. And you've just been that way for years. Like I said, it's just a mental illness. You put yourself in that box. You take yourself out. It's not everyone else's responsibility to pick up your slack and for us to live in fear that you're gonna just open out and start blicking everyone down because your lack of cheeks. It's not our faults. If you want something, go get it. Just like anything else in life. If you want a relationship, work for it. If you want your life to be different, work for it. You crying on the internet and idolizing people who take lives because they lack cheeks isn't going to help you in any shape, way, or form or fashion. You put yourself in that box, die in it. You're an absolute loser. You can change. You have the rest of your life to change. I hope you do. Good luck, dude. Jesus Christ. The next post. So it's a set of text messages between two people. So let's get started. I think I might have clicked with someone else a bit more. I don't want to waste your time or anything. You seem really cool. Get one effing text back from a beach and not even the slightest fair chance today from you stupid, ignorant, dumb beaches, and they think they found better. Then end up in an abusive ass relationship. Y'all actually effing redacted today. Whoa. See, I sense a vibe and I was right. If this is how you respond, I know I'd never want to be with you, someone like you. This shows extreme emotional immaturity. You don't sense shite, so shut the F up. Wow. You texted me back maybe twice. You can't get a sense from someone through 2 texts redacted. Goodbye. Please don't message me again. Just sick of this bullshit from you shardy ass women today. It's the same unfair F shite every time from you stupid bunts. You aren't owed a woman's time. Didn't say I was. But if you give your number out, I think you owe that person at least a fair chance. Bye. Absolutely not interested now. Incel behavior. And some of these are cut off, unfortunately, so I'm just going to skip to the next message I can clearly see all the way through. Again, women today do this shite. They don't know what they want, and they step on men's feelings due to their own ignorance and selfish wants. They expect us to respect y'all. I just clicked and had more in common with someone else. It's better to be honest. You don't even effing know what we have in common. You send me 2 effing responses, dumbass. That's not what I'm saying. I said someone else clicked more, that's all. I know nothing about you other than you're writing a effing book, lol. Yet somehow you think you click with someone more, only cause you gave someone else a more fair chance. The logic just isn't there with you females today. It's why it's so hard to respect any of you today. Y'all are delusionally ignorant. Feminism and social media ruined y'all to the core. No one wants a man who is that eager and constantly double text before they can respond. Also a man who calls women dumb beaches. You're dumb and have terrible grammar. Thank you. I was having a hard time reading these. I'm not interested. Well, you should be less fake and full of shite, especially now. Just wow. I know that's hard for you women. It's so difficult to respect a lot of you women out here today, for real. Go date men then. It's sad. Then he sent a picture of a wet bed. You're disgusting, Jesus. I'll get a no contact order if you keep messaging me. Hey, gave her the best orgasm of her life. You keep messaging me, lol. Then go date her. You're not that important. I'm making sure I can post your responses so people know how you treat women. Have a good one. I'm blocking you now. Dude, what the F? How vindictive. Grow up. And then the last message gets cut off. Initial thoughts? I'm not gonna lie. He could have, if he approached this the right way, he had some good responses. Like him saying, hey, you gave someone else a fair chance, but didn't give me a fair chance. He was valid in that. But as far as this situation, would I do this? Absolutely not. If you get let down, you get rejected. As soon as you hear that clear no, or I'm not interested, as a man, you just got to take your L. As a woman too, anybody in that situation, if you hear the clear no, I'm not interested, I don't want to do this, just got to let it go. You just got to take your L, take that, punch on the chin and keep it pushing. But him getting mad and being like, women this, women that, turning into Myron Gaines from Fresh and Fit, it's like, dude, the generalization is strong with this one. Because again, he had a valid point. So you gave somebody else a fair chance, but didn't give me a fair chance. If he left it at that, he had an argument. But him calling her out of her name, saying generalizing women in a negative light, sending a picture of a wet bed, saying that he made a girl squirt. Like I said, he was just fiending for some comeback. His ego was bruised for whatever reason. Maybe he thought he was like above her. Maybe he thought she was ugly and he was giving her a shot. and she folded on him, so it bruised his ego. Who knows? His ego. Who knows? But again, lesson to any young men out there, incel or not. If she says no, I'm not interested. And it's clear, because sometimes it's 50-50, because then you run into that situation where you walk away too early and she was like, yeah, I actually was feeling you. And then you're like, bruh. So if you get the clear no, the clear, I'm not interested, gotta fold, bro. Gotta put your cards on the table, stand up and leave. Gotta let it go. And then at that point too, what a lot of people fail to do is if you get that response, they still try to be a part of that person's life. At that point, just distance yourself. Stop texting them as much. Don't send them as many snaps. Don't check on their story all the time. You gotta move on. And if she was interested or she wants you, she'll come back into your life. But if she says no, slowly back away from her life. You feel me? Does that make sense? I hope so. I feel like that's how I've always lived, Oh, you don't want to be, I'm not saying you got to unfollow or anything. Just, distance yourself somewhat, or don't give as much as yourself as you once were. Because then there's a possibility she comes back to you and is like, hey, you know what? Let's give this a shot. So, advice from Zuzu. It is also funny that he started crying that she's being vindictive. It's like, bro, you didn't have to say everything you just said. You didn't have to curse her out. You didn't have to say all this negative stuff. You could have just moved on. But now she's being vindictive and a douche for screenshotting you and exposing you. Next time, don't be a dumbass. Next time, don't harass somebody. Next time, don't double text someone 1 billion times that you're upset. Because she got you at that point. If this is how you acted off of just, a simple rejection, imagine how a relationship with you must be. Walking on eggshells, absolutely terrifying. So be careful out there, people. The next post, listen to it on the funny one. Someone posted, so some ladies deliberately get pregnant up to 4 months to their birthday for their boobs to become big, terminate the baby weeks to their birthday, just to look good in their photo shoots. Yep, Twitter from Android. Oh my goodness. So this one was funny. Because again, like the title of the post says, that's not how women's bodies works. That's not how any of this works. I don't wonder where he got that statistic from. I want to know where he heard that from. I wanted to know where he's seen that from. Because that's not something that happens. It's not something that exists. You purposely get pregnant just for your boobs to get bigger. Because that does happen in most cases. Women's boobs do get bigger during pregnancy. But this being the reason that people are doing it, absolutely ridiculous. Had to be a 12-year-old that made this post. I don't know, an Andrew Tate fan, the average 12-year-old. The crazy part is like, there are some things out there that I deem unnecessary for women to do in order for their looks to be, elevated. But this is just completely non-existent. So I just thought this was a funny one. I wanted to include it in the video. Does anybody in the comments know somebody that does this? Pretty funny. Next post. The next one. Venting. I'm going to off myself. It's unbelievable, dude. I just discovered that a MTN, I don't know what that means, manlet in my job got a girlfriend who worked there. I know that girl. She's an MTB, but she has some curves and big boobs. Chat only my ass. That dude doesn't even face mugs me. I'm not joking. I'm feeling self-deleting. I had to hold myself to not going ER. Oh wow. With a effing knife today at job. I can't stand that anymore. Again, Chad only is cope. I'm just way too weird and imbecile. Redacted. I hate this world. F. Why can't I have nothing? Why? So again, I remember a long time ago whenever I kind of found these groups and started making fun of them back in the day, because I probably started doing this like 4 years ago, making videos on making fun of incels. Like when I very first started this YouTube channel, I took those videos down, long story short. But something I always notice is the inclusion of Chads and Tyrones. So obviously a Chad, as I'm assuming, a white guy that gets all the girls, and a Tyrone is a black guy that gets all the girls. But they will always talk about Chads and Tyrones taking all the women, and it like leaving them, desolate in a desert, dried up. And this guy says he's gonna go ER. So I'm assuming, because again, I remember this story from a long time ago. I think ER is the dude that like vlogged himself crying in a car, then blicked up a college. I'm pretty sure that's ER. So that's why he says he's going to run around his job with a knife. He's going to go ER, which again, incels idolize that man for whatever reason, because he decided to blick up a school because he gets no women. And incels find that guy admirable. I don't shrug my shoulders. I don't understand. But again, he's saying he's coping because Chad's in this world. Because it pisses them off when a person they deem less attractive to them actually gets a girl. And you know what that person just did? Decided to be a normal person. Decided to be likable. Because you don't need to be an extrovert. You don't need to be a 10 out of 10. You don't need abs. You don't need money. You don't need a lot of the things that you people assume you need to get women. You just got to find the right one. And obviously that's easier said than done. I don't want to simply dumb it down and make it, you're just not choosing right. It's not that. It involves work on yourself. It involves attraction. It involves another person. It will come to you when it comes to you. But you have to be ready for that. And you have to put yourself in that opportunity to accept that and or give it to a person. It's just not going to happen. If you feel like you've done everything you can, then you obviously haven't. If you feel like, because they're generally, so unless you're genuinely one of those people that is absolutely like disgusting and abhorrent looking, you look like the dude from the Goonies, then hey, you know, tough. That's tough. That's unlucky. But even then, there are people with mental disabilities, people who were deemed unattractive for however they look or however they were born, for missing a leg, having a deformed face. Even people like that end up in relationships. Would I say it's more rare? I would say so, but still, even those people can end up in relationships. So you as a normal human being can end up in a relationship if you just work on yourself and make yourself more desirable. Again, easier said than done, but if you feel like you've done everything right, you obviously have not. If you feel like you are still unattractive, you still don't like how you look, there's things you could work on. Going to the extent of surgeries and stuff, then I feel like you're doing a little too much in my opinion, but it's your life. You can live how you want. But again, an average guy getting a girl being what drives you to want to take people's lives and or take your own life because you feel like you're more attractive than him or you're more desirable than him, tells me everything I need to know about you. You're not desirable. You're weird. The thought of another man getting a woman that you deem more attractive or less attractive, that you deem him less attractive to you, getting a girl, driving you to murder, is the reason why you can't get girls. I promise. A lot of the issues that you guys experience are self-inflicted. A lot of the boxes you put yourself in are your own doing. You having a few bad experiences or years of bad experiences with women, change something. Find an actual mentor that's going to do you some good and not somebody in the red pill space, anybody in the incel space that's going to just tear down women. It's not women's fault. You just suck. And it's okay. We all suck at one point. It's like when you start doing anything. When I started making YouTube videos, they were butt cheeks. When I started working out, my form was trash. When I started working at my job, I sucked. You got to get your reps in, bro. You can't just, I suck at this. It's their fault. I can't lift this weight. It's the weight's fault. I can't work on this. It's hard. Like, you're giving up, you're throwing in the towel, you're boxing yourself in, and you're going down rabbit holes that make you violent as opposed to just wanting to better yourself, to be a better person, to actually get into a healthy relationship. But that's enough of my soapbox. I really appreciate the support that I've been getting on these videos. I really appreciate if you made this far in the video. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a bunch more incel videos because those seem to be the videos on my channel that do well. So if you get tired of these, I'm sorry. I'm also gonna mix in some personal stories, like personal experiences that I think are funny and or have a little moral to the story that I can add at the end of the video. I want to include those as well. Kind of make them Minecraft footage and or gameplay footage, but make it like an audio experience. So whenever I just say, hey, we got in the car, like a car starting up in the background, I want to do fun things as well. I don't want to box myself in with just, you know, Reddit stories. So I'm going to tell personal stories starting soon as well. But again, if you made it this far, thank you so much. I really appreciate all the support these videos been getting. You guys are changing my life. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Other than that, I hope you have a beautiful day, hope you have a beautiful week, beautiful month, beautiful life. And that's it. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Bye.